I'm live. Sorry for the delay there. But welcome to Family Bean Scotch Fitness. There we go, perfect. And I'll wait for some people to show up. And we'll talk about today's amino. Let's get the wonder drug. And that meaning, I wonder what it does. Good morning. I seen somebody briefly pop down and may still be on. You never know. Today is Thursday. Yesterday I took a rest day. I tried going 2 days in a row and just wasn't feeling up to it. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the thumbs up once you roll in. I appreciate it. Today we're going to start with some boiled eggs. It's one of the easiest ways to cook eggs. And generally when I do boiled eggs, I do the store-bought ones because they've been sitting around longer. They're actually easier to peel. We'll pop in 3 eggs today. Basically pretty easy to do. We'll put them in water, start them on the heat. And then basically I set the timer for about 15 minutes. Which gives it enough time for the water to come up to a boil and get the eggs cooked. So, arginine. It's an amino acid, one of the basic 20 amino acids that make up your proteins. What is it good for? It is good for heart health. It is good for increased blood circulation. And it also boosts your nitric oxide, which is good for transferring energy from the blood to the cells. I've been a real believer in this. For over 20 years, I've taken arginine. I'll have nutrition places go, oh, here, this one's better, or this one's replaced her. I'm like, no, I know what works, and this one works. Mrs. Warren, good morning. No sound. Uh-oh. How about now? Okay, well, I got an idea. I'll shut off the Bluetooth. Oh, it was you? Okay. So anyway, Miss Worm's here. Kitty, want to come and say hi to Miss Worm? Oh my goodness, you're getting heavier all the time. Here's Binks. Say hello. Howdy. Oh, there we go. And here's Binks, the spoiled putty tat. Just keep me on my toes. There we go. Yeah, sit there and look away from everybody. How about over here? Look over here. Look over here. Look, who's Dad? Who's Dad, huh? Oh. Right here, pretty kitty. So the star of the show. He's already been in. Already been fed. And she's been running to the door every time she sees me come in the kitchen. Yep. All righty. This is Binks, the feral cat. And an excellent mouser. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Excellent mouser. All right, then sit her back outside. I know. There you go. So, thanks for stopping in. Got 3 in here. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So, arginine, if you can read that, is a nitric oxide booster, increases blood flow, helps heart health. Tamara, how you doing? And the mighty hunter. Yes, she is definitely a mighty hunter. She is the reason I don't have any mice in the house this year. So, I was wandering through the house and seeing what sort of toys I haven't seen for a while. And this was sitting up on top of my little refrigerator upstairs. Now, I had to clean it off. I had a coat of dust on this. And this is a knife that I think I won at a Pheasants Forever banquet. And this might be the first time I'm actually pulling it out of the display case. Because it still says, caution, very sharp. And it is. So here's a Bucks special edition. And I think I won this one at the Will County Pheasants Forever banquet. Matter of fact, I believe that this one goes to my oldest daughter. I think she bought the ticket. But because she was like only 12 at the time or 13, it had to go under my name. But so it's a fixed blade knife in a display case. So it does not have a sheath. But it's a collectible one. Probably about a $150, $200 knife. That was a 10 that came in. And that's been sitting up for probably almost 20 years. So what I want to do is find where all my knives are scattered and try to get them in a central location. So thank you for that. So I got the eggs going. Got the timer set. Probably do some light cereal. I've already had some halos earlier this morning. Then I went down and brought up my stores of tuna. So these are best used by 2024, so plenty of time. Got to remember to circulate your stocks. So here's the ones I have in the pantry, which should be the oldest. And these, want to be used by 2023. Here's something interesting. Bumblebee tuna. Product of Indonesia. I didn't know that. Now I'll peek at and see where this is from. It's not saying. Product being contained. It's distributed. Tells you where it's distributed from, but it doesn't tell you who made it. That's questionable. So anyway, I got my full pantry here. I weighed in at 246 this morning, so I've managed to drop another pound, which is a good thing. So arginine, I take this before my workout. It says take 1 or 2, I take more. And then I take this before I go to bed. And I think this is one of the secrets that keeps me in excellent health. Yeah, I usually, when I put them in the bins, I put a date on the bins. So I know when I put them in there. And then I try to circulate from that. So far, we've been really good about going through it well before the best by date. I understand a best by date does not mean it's expired. It means after that, depending on how you stored it, losing its ability for nutrition. But it doesn't mean it's bad. Only ones you need to be really concerned about are dairy product ones, like condensed milk and that. Usually, when they say they're done, they're done. Where's the lamb sauce? So I got this A1, which I always put on my eggs when I do hard boiled. Steve Lyons, good morning. Do I ever eat sardines? I tried them once. I wasn't really a fan. Tried sardines and I tried anchovies, and too salty for me. I didn't really care for them. So no, I don't. I basically just tuna. Sometimes canned salmon, but I would say 99% of the time it's tuna. Tuna is what I'm eating when I'm looking at fish. We go out and it's cod or it's catfish. I got a pond where it's full of bluegill. So usually towards the fall, I'll catch 20 or 30 of them. We'll flay them up and have a little fish fry. And I do that just to take a bunch of them out of the pond before the freeze, so they don't have the mass die off. I got 4 people in chat. Thanks for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Today's breakfast chat is about the benefits of arginine. Something that you won't see spouted off too much, but if you do Google it, it will give you some straight information about it. It's good for blood vessel, circulation, heart health. I know when I forget about taking it, I do feel different. I don't have the same level of energy in that, so I always make sure that that's added to my diet. I'll go to the gym again today and try another bench workout. I took the one rest day. We'll see how it goes. Depending on how this one goes, it probably will be my last workout before my meet. I'm dropping down to 242 or 110 kilos for the competition just because Andy Monkey, top of the morning to you, Big John. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Best way to support the channel is watch my videos and let the L-Arginine, like the merch said, she'll link it too. Yeah. Was trying to keep that out of the conversation, but it does have that benefit too. We're trying to keep this PG-13, but yeah, the rumor is that it does have that ability also with the blood flow. So, but enough of that. Enough about me. So once again, John with Being Scotch Fitness, thanks for joining in. The topic today is arginine. Arginine is amino, one of the 20 aminos that make up most of your proteins. Proteins are very important for muscle recovery and muscle repair. If you want to get stronger, if you want to get bigger, you need protein. Generally, if you are exercising on a regular basis, you want at least a half a gram of protein per body weight during the day. And when I say during the day is you can't sit there and go, okay, I need 100 grams, I'll just have it for breakfast, because 50 or 60 of it just passed through the system and you didn't get it from that. So generally about 3 to 5 meals a day. On the major meals, I'm using around 40 to 50 grams per meal, and then the smaller meals around 20. My goal is to get around 200 grams of protein per day, just because I do a vigorous workout and I weights. Remember, Sunday will be my meet in Bloomington, so I'll be trying to have that live stream the whole day. Start about 10 a.m. Central Time here in the Midwest, and I'll probably run to about 3 p.m. It's a nice place at Be Strong Gym. Hopefully they'll have a good Wi-Fi for me. This is a good time if anybody's got any questions. about nutrition or fitness or just trying to change your lifestyle, this is a good time to do that. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. It helps my ego and algorithms, as they say. Yesterday was kind of a new record. We had 3 Russian bots pop up. Smith's Worm took care of it real quick. Today's brought to you by Buck Knives. And then also we have to remember one of my sponsors at Cutco. Yeah, Steve Lyon's going to attest. These are really high quality cooking knives. This is a boner. Next month I should be getting one sent by my supplier, which I will do some demos on. I have some older videos where I'm cutting up roast with that, cutting up chicken. I've had the blade for over 6 months. It's still razor sharp. I think Steve had his for over 40 years and only needed them sharpened once. So that's pretty astounding. Every time I go to Walmart, I walk through their clearance aisle and I pick these up for $1. So I grabbed a few of them. The wife kind of laughed, and I said, well, every now and then we do go through a glass, also it'll crack or we'll drop it. So that's boiling, so I know that's cooking. Only here comes the timer. So usually if I had that, if I set the timer for 20 minutes, I'd pull it out and I'd cool everything down with cold water to get it off the heat right away. But what I did last time is I just shut the heat off and let it slowly cool down. It's still cooking. So for over 20 years, probably been closer to 25 years, this has been a product that I go through all the time. I think it keeps me healthy. I have a question. Can I do little dumbbell exercises every day? Yeah, if they're lightweights, you can. Absolutely. Yeah, they're only 1.5 kilos, so a little over about 3.6 pounds. Or should I still have a rest day? Rest days are good. Maybe just pick one day where you're going to rest. Even on my rest days, I go for a walk if I can. Now today, I don't know. It's a lot colder than it was yesterday, but I can bundle up for it. But I think it helped me out yesterday to get my lungs clear. But at my top workouts, when I worked out the most vigorous, I would work out 6 days a week. And what I did is I did 3 days on, 1 day off. 3 days on, 1 day off. So I always had a different rest day during the week. And I was doing 3-hour workouts. And they were very vigorous workouts. I was younger back then, I could do it. So that's where I know you're doing about 30 minutes of one type of exercise and 15 on the other. So yeah, you could do those every day. But you might want to take this 1 day off just to see how everything feels. But if you're not feeling any pains, if you're not getting any severe aches or that, yeah, it's not bad to have a daily routine. I'm gonna try to make these, 1 to 2 mile walks a daily thing. So, with that light of weight in that, yeah, you can do it every day, not a problem. Just make sure that you're getting the right amount of nutrition. And then you might want to think about, am I increasing, reps? Maybe every 2 weeks you want to extra set or an extra 2 or 3 reps on each set. And then eventually it may be time to move up to maybe a 2 pound or a 2 kilogram dumbbell, and then do that for 3-4 months. And maybe move up to 2.5 and do that for 3 or 4 months. And that's how you slowly make really good progress. You'd be surprised by the end of the year how much different you would be physically and mentally than you were when you started at the beginning. If it's a daily routine, yes, then do it. Because when you stop doing something, then you have to get that restart, and the restarts are hard. Sometimes it's difficult to to get yourself back into the gym. You know, me, I do a daily routine. I do breakfast. I do the chat. I do my walk. I get in the car, go to the gym, work out. Go to the gym, I go to the store. Buy stuff for dinner. If I haven't pulled anything out. I'm trying to do a little lower calorie dinners this time because I still have 4 pounds to lose, and I got to do that in 2 days, which is not bad. It's easy enough to do, but I want to do it and still have the right amount of nutrition. So, I mean, basically what I can do is Friday night just stop drinking water, and I'll dehydrate it by Saturday afternoon. Although I may go and see if I can weigh in Saturday morning because, of course, they're doing the St. Patty's Day parade out in Utica, and the wife wants to go there. And the parade is about when the evening weigh-in would be. So if they have a morning weigh-in, I might have to sit there and I had to run to Bloomington, weigh in, and run to Shorewood, train my client, come home. Now I can eat anything I want. But then I have to make sure that I don't have too many beers that night. Because going to a meet hungover is not the experience I want to do. But very good question. If do it on a daily. If you're already on the 2 kilogram dumbbells, if you have them, I start using them. If you don't have them until you do, I would just add reps and sets to what you're doing now. So here, the eggs have still cooking because it's hot. So what I'll do is I'll now cool them down by just running cold water into them. I'm a big believer in cookware. I probably have 3 to 4 times the number that I need, but I like them. I got that in 2 kilograms, so there you go. That's good information to have. So if you're just joining in, John McVeigh of Scottish Fitness here. Going over the benefits of arginine, which is an amino, which supports heart health, blood vessel health, circulation, and is a NO3 booster, which if you are in lifting and exercising, that NO3 is a really good addition to your workout. Gives you a better pump, allows your blood to carry more nutrients to the muscles that you're using. They've really come a long way with that. Then I also do my vitamins and minerals, zinc, vitamin D3, and vitamin C, along with a multivitamin. Promotes muscle repair, muscle health, and immune health. It's probably in the last couple of years that'd be far more important than it was before. Basically, once I run the cold water on them, I just bring them out, set them on the plate, let them air cool for a little bit, and then sit there and shell them, a little steak sauce, glass of milk. And that's how breakfast is done. Probably after my walk, I have a banana, a lot of potassium in there, which your body needs. I've already had one of these this morning. These are just little halo oranges. I'll have another one. I might actually get through the batch without having to throw too many of them away. Problem is you really have to pay attention when you buy them, because they're bought in a sack, and I had 3 of them that were already molding that I didn't catch, so I had to toss them towards the garden. But live and learn. So I got the eggs cooling down. I feel better today. I've been taking Mucinex every 12 hours. Supposed to loosen up everything, but I'm so tired of coughing this stuff up that I'm not going to take my dosage this morning and then see how that carries over to my workout. Sometimes medications can really make you sluggish and slow you down. And I try to stay off medication whenever I can, but sometimes it is necessary. And I've been kind of fighting this bug with just over-the-counter stuff. I probably should have went and seen a doctor, but I didn't. So it is what it is at this point. I do feel I'm getting over it. I feel the eggs. Seems like they've cooled down quite a bit. Run, be free. So we'll drop the water in the plate. Don't need that. And I got my food bucket here. That's all the food scraps go into. So banana peels, mashed potatoes we didn't eat, potato skins, orange skins, coffee grounds, of course, eggshells. Now when I fill a bucket up, it goes out to the garden. Always trying to replenish what the vegetables take out of it. And after about 10 years, I'll move the garden. And sometimes it gets to the point where you have to kind of depleted everything out of that area of soil. And then what I'll do is I'll attack another section and till it up. And usually the first year I have just a humongous garden. I did post a video, I think, the other day of what my garden looked like a few years ago during, I think it was June. Give me an idea. After I had the Charlie 19, I had a persistent cough for a month. Usually flared up in the evenings for some reason. Yes. During the evening, I started to feel worse. And it's always seemed to be the case. Anytime I had any cold or flu, during the day, I'd be okay. But as the evening got wearing on, it would get worse. What I've been doing has been taking like the Mucinex night shift. And basically what it does is it basically keeps you from coughing because it just knocks you out. I took it last night at 8. I was watching Forged in Fire on the couch. And the next thing I know, it's 10 o'clock and I've been sleeping on the couch. And I was like, oh. So I went upstairs, went to bed. Fortunately, I got a coughing fit for about 10 minutes. Just tickled. Coughing anything up, just couldn't get rid of the tickle. But finally I went to sleep. And, usually when I'm not on medication, I wake up around 1 or 2 o'clock and have to go visit the bathroom. And I slept soundly until about 4:45. So coughs are horrid. They're always linger. I know. And they just bug the crap out of me. We went out last night because the wife's school got closed down because they were shutting off the water because they were working on a water main. Sorry about that. So we went to our favorite places in Utica. I posted a quick little video there. Be nice to see that big wall of knives. Another benefit of buying the Fairlife milk is once you refrigerate it, this is good all the way until May. Now, it won't last till May. But I don't mind buying 4 or 5 containers at a time because I know that they're not going to spoil. I'll give you an idea. Putting the eggs in there and letting them, just setting the timer for 15 minutes. There I got a nice hard-boiled egg. But still nice and fluffy in the middle. So you always try to do the things with the same amount of time, and to flavor them up. I buy A1 steak sauce in quantities. Anytime store has them on sale, I'll pick up a few bottles. One time they had them mislabeled. So I took a picture where they were, and I grabbed like 6 bottles. And of course, they ring up wrong, but I told them, I said, well, here, this is what they, and they went and checked. And they said, well, the stock person put them in the wrong area. I said, well, you got 2 choices. You can honor the price or put them back. They honor the price. I don't make a scene, but it's not up to me to make sure that the stuff's put in the right area. Always watch as they're. I don't know how it's in Great Britain, but here in America, they'll have things advertised for a low price, and when they ring up at the normal price. And if you don't catch them, then you pay the extra money. And I do believe they do it on purpose. For 2 weeks, they had that Fairlife they advertised for $3.18. But when I go and get it scanned in, it's scanned at $3.98, and I call them over. It's only 80 cents. So it's 80 cents times 5. That's $4. That they're not supposed to be charging me. So luckily, I'm really good at math, so I can look at the total and say, okay, it's off. So let's go through the list. So I find out with the self-scan, they just want to get you moving. So that's when I'll usually do it. And I'll just overwrite it right away. A computer system, there's no reason that should be happening. Same here. They're entitled to the shelf price. Yeah, and they've never told me no. I haven't demanded it. I'm just saying, well, you just run the shelf for $2.99, you're charging me $5.99. And I'll show them, and they'll send somebody there to go double check it, and they'll say, oh yeah, it was supposed to be a different product, supposed to be a generic product. I said, well, I can't read the little print. And I say, here's your choice. Under $2.99, I buy them. And if you don't, then I'll just leave them here. But I usually have about 6 of these bottles in reserve. So this is still good until next year, 2023. And because where I'm storing them, down in a cool, dry place, I could even go a couple more years. Yeah, I don't think I've bought A1 steak sauce for over a year. So probably next time I find a good deal on it, I'll grab it. Costco usually has the huge bottles at a real good value. And I know I have a few of those down there too. About once a month, I'll go downstairs and I'll start opening up stuff. Not just to check the dates, but check inventory. Sometimes I forget about certain foods I have. And I'll say, hey, let's have this. Let's have this. I'm thinking Saturday we'll definitely be doing a lot of eating if I can get weighed in the morning. Because I don't want to compete at the heavier weight class because I own those records and I know I'm not in that shape right now to break my own records. But if I drop down, I don't think there's really any competition there. So, I got 5 thumbs up. I'd like to get 10 before it's over, but if you haven't hit it, please do. If you have any questions, pop them into the live chat. I'll do my best to answer them. Looks like we don't have any bots today. Kind of cool. There we go. There we go. See, I once brought buy one, get one steaks at the supermarket. When it didn't ring up as the buy one, get one, they said they'd had to take them back and rewrap them. And when I brought them back, they raised the price. Well, I would have raised hell. I have ways of dealing with that. I would just hold them up, rewrap these. Yeah, okay, now sell them. I've touched them. I did that at I bought a pistol at a retailer. And of course, here you gotta, do the background check. So I went in there and did the background check. I paid for it, and then I got sent on training up north for a little bit over a month. Then when I came back and picked up the pistol, it had actually been over 30 days. I mean, obviously, I was well over the 4 days that they wanted me to do. So I picked it up and I brought it home. And then about a week later, they called me and said, hey, you got to bring it back in. We got to redo the paperwork because, the background check's only good for 30 days. We got to run your background check again. I said, oh, okay, well, I don't want to do anything illegal. The British Petroleum up on the Alaskan pipeline. Did you know? I did not. I did work for a British company. I worked for Unilever back in the 90s. Worked for Crossfield Chemical, which is owned by Unilever. But anyway, I told us, okay, well, I'll bring it back. I mean, I definitely don't want to, get in trouble with state police. I said, but what are you going to do for me, for my having to run back? And they're like, well, this gun's still brand new. I said, no, it's not. I shot it. Yeah, I've already been shooting this pistol. It's a used gun. You can't sell it as new. They're like, well, what do you want? I said, well, give me a $50 gift card. And I'll spend it in your store. So, it's okay, we'll do that. I mean, I was being reasonable. But, I've got to drive back to that location. I return the gun, go through a background check, wait another 4 days to pick it up. And I said, my time's worth money. Or I just told them your choice is I'll just turn the gun in. And then you'll have to resell it as a used gun. But, if they want to raise the price of that meat, I'd have been upset. I remember when I lived in Florida, during one of the hurricanes, I pulled up to the pump at 7-Eleven, and he come running out to change the price of the pump. I said, don't get near that pump until I'm done. And he's arguing with us. I'm just telling you, if you approach this pump, it ain't going to go over well for you. And I topped off at the regular price. And sure enough, he raised that like 50 cents a gallon when I left. I said, that gas has already been there. That gas you already paid for didn't increase in price. Cool. Yeah, when we get older, we all start looking alike. But hopefully you're still doing it. I just turned 61 Friday. And we got guys 15, 20 years older than me that still compete. So I plan to do that also. All right, got our first bite. This worm was on top of that. You ain't gonna get past this worm. She runs a tight ship here. And I appreciate that. I can tell on the bigger channels, they have moderators. Is gold. And one day when I am a bigger channel, hopefully, don't forget the like on your way out. Yeah, if you're going to be a buyer, at least hit the like button. No kidding. I wonder if any of them do. I'll get some of those in comments. At first, I didn't know what they were. Yeah, I'd see that, and then, or I'd have them where they want you to hit a link. And I'm like, I don't do that. I was up on how bad hitting links were. My daughter did that to my computer one time. She called me at work. Said she was on a band website and she hit a link and she said this message came up that I got infected by a virus. I said, please tell me you didn't hit the helpful button. And there was silence as I shut the computer off. And it took my buddy and I a month to clear all the stuff and format the hard drive on that. So I had to tell them, I said, listen, when the helpful button pops up, don't hit it. They're not helpful. That's, they tell you have a virus. You don't have one yet. Once you hit that button, you do. And I'll get emails. You need to sign into your PayPal, for security reasons. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. And they'll have it looking all professional. I just delete them. There's so many people out there trying to scam you. I got the call from supposedly the IRS. We're going to send the sheriff. I said, send him. I said, I know the sheriff. We get along just fine. I got my banana. That's where I get most of my potassium. And then it's cold out there, but it's not windy and it's not raining. So I might still try for a walk. I posted my walk in 3 parks yesterday. Everybody got to hear some of my old caded songs. And I only can use the clean ones, though. Back when I was in the Army, we didn't have to be politically correct. My Nine Prince. There you go. There must be a lot of them out there. Yeah, I get the one too. I need your help. We'll sit there and put a couple $1 million in your bank account. You can keep half of it. I'm like, yeah, right. Gee, how was I lucky enough to be selected for this process? But they get them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I had him call me at work. Said I owed $2,500 from this year. And if I didn't send him a electronic transfer right away, they were going to send the sheriff. Of course, the guy's got a Middle Eastern accent. I said, send him. Bring it. And I kept on the phone for a while and how that worked. So I got on the IRS website and told them what was going on, and they had me collect a bunch of information, and I did. Well, I kept him going. I don't know if anything came of it, but You know, I was like, and then I've been getting lately, it's been Social Security. You know, there's been a claim, we need you to blah, 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 blah. What I do with them now is start cussing at them in Korean. And then they get frustrated. They'll switch over to Spanish. Then they'll realize I'm not speaking Spanish. Yeah, only when I'm, bored. So, but yeah, that'd be time. It's funny. I work for the IRS. Let me have your job ID number. Whoa, there we go. Went from 3 to 18 dexterity all in 1 second. So thanks for stopping in. Got me with Scottish Fitness here, talking about nutrition and these benefits of arginine. Arginine is a amino that supports heart health, blood vessel health, circulation, and it is a NO3 nitric oxide booster. Well, I start my new job on the 21st. That's a local job. So I'm only driving 12 miles each way, which is like first time I've been able to do that in about 3 decades. I usually would have to drive anywhere from 60 to 90 miles each way. So it's kind of good, especially with the way the gas prices have went up. $4.59 on that town. That town was $3.94. Oh, it's 26 languages. There we go. Yeah. Sometimes my wife goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm bored. I'm going to have fun with this individual." Or you just keep asking the same question over and over. And eventually they get to that and hang up. Takes them longer than you think, though. Yeah, basically, I know English and I can cuss in Korean. I can understand quite a bit of it, or I used to. I was over in Korea for a year. One of my more enjoyable experiences is when I was in retail, and I still had a lot of the language memorized. I had a Korean couple come in to buy a kitchen, and the wife kept speaking to him, and he kept telling his wife that's rude, be talking English. But she kept doing that. Well, I understood what she was saying, and basically she was telling the husband that she was going to act like the price was too much. When we finally got to that part of the negotiation, she was going to be like, "Oh my God, that's too much money." So we went to the whole presentation. I told her, "So everybody else sells this kitchen for X dollars, and I sell it for $500 less. So don't tell me it's too expensive." And I was looking right at her, and her eyes got really big, and she's like, "How'd you know I was going to say that?" And I said, "Chimani dimani," which is Korean. Don't know, do you? And her husband started laughing, and he's like, "I told you I was going to backfire any one of these times, Dad." And it's like, how you know I'll go? I said, "I was stationed over there for a year, sweetheart." I says, "I may not be able to speak it very well, but I can understand enough to get the flow." Probably not anymore. Been too many years. But so classified photographer in the Army. Oh, cool. So everybody remember, nutrition's important. Eat healthy. If you are going to make changes to your nutrition and fitness, make slow changes over time. so you'll keep up with it. If you try to totally reinvent yourself overnight, you stand a poor chance of actually accomplishing that. So I tell people wanting to lose weight, start with, do you drink sodas? Oh yeah, I drink 4 a day. I drink 2 a day. Cut off 200 calories off your diet. 200 days. It's not a lot. Start with that, and then 2 weeks later, weigh yourself and see where you're at. A lot of times, small changes over a year period of time can have big results. I have a soda maybe once every other week. Where I used to drink them every day. Well, going from once in a blue moon from every day, I probably cut 700-800 calories a day out right there. If I want to drop weight for me, I just stop drinking beer. All right. I do like to have beer and that, but I know beer's got a lot of calories, and they tell you to drink 8 glasses of water a day, which seems to be almost impossible, but a 12-pack of beer goes down there like nothing. So I won't be having beer until Saturday evening, the St. Patty's Day parade. But I'll have to make sure I don't have too much. Matt, 8 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Always like to get to 10 before I sign off. Remember, vitamins and minerals. Your main ones are your vitamin C and vitamin D3. Take a multivitamin to catch everything else. And zinc. Other things that are good are magnesium for muscle repair, potassium for keep you up from cramping up. That's what that banana had. Now, your potassium pills that you take, usually only about 3% of what you need. Yeah, I still got 12-pack abs. So I get abs. They're just well insulated. 6-pack is diet. It's not necessarily exercise. You can diet to 6-pack anytime you want. I just like food too much. Last time I had my abs shown is when probably about 2003, I shredded down to 222. The abs showed back up, and I was looking pretty good, for an old fart. And the wife goes, "You're too skinny." So now I'm back up to, I'm at 246 this morning. So I am down. I was up to 262, so 246. I can already see the belly getting smaller. When I get down to 242, I may just maybe come down to about 235. You have extra padding, right? Protection, warmth, insulation. You don't want those stomachs to get cold. But, I get down to about 235, and the wife's like, "You're too skinny again." So, I don't get much lighter than that. And 265, I do find myself slowing down a little bit. So around 242 is usually a weight that I'm more comfortable with. This last year, I kept it to heavier weight because I had so much traveling I had to do for the kids. Last year, I traveled over 35,000 miles, not counting the airline flight that I took to Hawaii and back. So I had transferred the globe 1.6 times. We went out to Arizona 3 times. We drove. Went to Missouri about 6 times. We drove. Went to Iowa a few times. Drove. Michigan, drove. So you look great anyways. You don't need to show your abs. Thank you, because you're not going to see the abs. They're protected. But I appreciate that, Milan. Thanks for joining in. Steve, 246. There we go, at the same weight. Which I'm 6'4", so it's not a bad weight for me. It's a good solid weight. I remember when I was a kid watching football, somebody who weighed 250 pounds was considered a big lineman. Now they're considered a receiver. I don't know who's teasing. Not me. But, hey, Christopher, there we are. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will be doing it live. Probably not going to hit some huge weights. I'll be happy if I knock out 180 kilos, which is 397. To be honest with you, this flu just kicked my butt, something fierce. But I'm still going to go compete. The group kind of expects me to be there. I got a kid, young kid that I trained for it. That he's supposed to be showing up. And a few of the other power lifters in my age are talking about coming out there. Dan Swift said he'd meet me out there. He's 10 years older than me. He's a Vietnam vet Marine that still power lifts. And Terry Cox, who was within a couple of years of me. And he's a big power lifter. He's heavier than me, but he's a big power lifter. He's actually he was inducted in the Powerlifting Hall of Fame here in I think the Midwest. So there's some pretty impressive guys. I asked Jim Ray if he'd come down. I don't know if he's gonna be able to though. So it should be a fun event. There he goes, 6 foot. So yeah, it's a good weight to carry. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. I appreciate you joining in today. Remember, arginine. All right. You want to improve your heart health, your blood vessel health, and your circulation. This is one thing I recommend. There's other things too that'll help you out there, but this is definitely one I recommend. I think it has quite a bit to do with the level of strength that I'm at. And I'm hoping it'll keep my blood vessels flowing, because I know my dad had issues when he was in his 60s. Well, and I'm hoping to avoid that with the exercise and with the arginine. Also, niacin B3 is good for you. I do take a B complex. B complexes are good for energy, and the B3 is good for your cholesterol. Is there a good prize this weekend, or is it just for the glory? Yeah, I'll get a medal, but it's mostly for the glory and the bragging rights, and just to meet up with some like-minded individuals again. This will be the 4th time I've lifted at that gym, so there's a lot of people that root for me there and are happy when I show up and support the event. I'm just bummed that I'm not at the level I was 4 weeks ago, but these things happen. You got to move on. I know, and then I'll get back to that level again. So, 405 pops up a little easier today than it did on Tuesday. Then I'll feel pretty good about it. And it does help keep me motivated. Probably one of the reasons that I still push it hard in the gym is because I compete, because it would be very easy for me, not necessarily be anything, but, instead of pressing the 450, 460 pounds that I aspire to, I could just, do lots of reps at 2 1/4, and I'd still be impressing the younger crowds, because, about the time I'm warming up at 225, they're asking me if I need a spot. I'm telling them, I want to get to the heavier sets, but not at this set. So it's kind of there's nothing wrong with doing the higher reps at lower weights. And if, that's your goal, it's a good goal. It's just not my mentality. And I want to keep pushing as long as I can. But will be a time that I'll sit there and drop down and start repping out at the lighter weights probably. It's just not this year. That's what I always say. Can you take a multivitamin, or do I need to take the vitamins separately? No, you do not have to take them separately. Multivitamin is good. It generally covers about everything you want. And you're wanting to try to get most of your nutrients from food. I take the multivitamins just in case I don't. And because I am stressing my body and the weightlifting a lot, I do that. But I also eat a lot of fruits for vitamin C. I go outside when it's sunny to produce the natural vitamin D. I eat bananas for the potassium. So I don't rely on them solely to get what my body needs. I rely on them to make sure I get what I need, but I'm always trying to get it through my nutrition. So I'm always trying to eat full, healthy meals. Like breakfast with eggs, a banana, a halo orange. I'll have a bowl of cereal later, lots of milk. Right. So yeah, arginine is one I highly recommend. Like I said, I know a lot of these new shops are trying to get people into other ones, and I'm saying, listen, you're fine to take those too. I said, but I actually have to, except for GNC on some of these shops, I have to make them order it. I have one who sponsors me. I tell them, I said, well, if you want me to, get the arginine from you, you need to order it for me. Otherwise, I'll just go to General Nutrition. They always have it. Vitamin Shop always has it. So they've got 3 bottles waiting for me to go pick up. But yeah, I'm a big thing on it. Creatine. I get the creatine in my pre-workout workouts, which I usually do on my big list, which are your squat, bench, and deadlift. But if I'm just doing shoulders or arms and that, sometimes I won't use it. But I did buy a thing of it at my buddy's shop, just so it'd be easier than me to go out and So yeah, I'm a firm believer in the arginine. That's the one amino that I take in high quality quantities. But yeah, Milan, you can just take a multivitamin. Multivitamin once in the morning with food is fine. I take a multivitamin along with these other ones. Does some of the stuff pass through? Yeah, it does. But except for the bug I'm fighting, this month, I usually go 3 to 5 years with no illnesses at all. But I think the COVID kind of knocked my resistance down. So I kind of see this as a secondary infection from it. But then again, spring will come and I always feel better in the spring than I do in the late winter. So that's kind of the thing to go. So got 9 thumbs up, get one more, I'll have 10. That would be fantastic. I have finished breakfast. I've been yanking here for about an hour, so it's probably a good time for me to end it. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. It's always good seeing. I didn't notice any strength gains from creatine, but it did seem to help my joints some. Interesting. Showing 10 thumbs up here. Okay, I'm only showing 9, but it just may not have updated yet. Who knows? YouTube sometimes is funny with me. Who knows? But thanks for dropping in, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll probably have this again tomorrow. And then Saturday I'll weigh in, and then Sunday should be alive. Should be, as long as they have an internet connection, I should have a live for at least 5 hours. And I do invite you to join in and watch the lifters. They'll start with squats, then they'll go to bench, and then they'll finish up with deadlifts. And we hope they have a nice big event. So everybody have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay warm, stay hydrated. And I will talk to everybody tomorrow morning, hopefully.